Peace, everybody. What's good? This is our boy George Malachi Williams, and you are now in tune to New Media Today USA. Let's go. All right, everybody. Look, I want to talk about Devin "The Dream" Haney, who I feel is one of the young guys that's the future of boxing. Him and Shakur Stevenson, and a few other young fighters like Tank Davis and stuff like that. Right? These are really great fighters. Ryan Garcia. Well, Devin Haney was having an interview on ESPN with Max Kellerman, and Max Kellerman was, he was saying some things that kind of wasn't factual, and I'm gonna tell you what it was, right? So they was talking about Max Kellerman was asking Devin Haney questions on when is he going to, he's been fighting everybody that they put in front of him, but when are we going to get the big fights between him and Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko and stuff like that? And Devin Haney had to correct Max, like, look, I've been calling all these guys out. He said that he was the first one to call Lomachenko out when didn't nobody want to fight him, when he was the so-called boogeyman of the boxing, of that weight division, and he was supposed to be pound for pound, number one. He was pound for pound, but he didn't want to fight him. He said, so what happened was, when he became Lomachenko's mandatory, instead of Lomachenko fighting him, he rather give the belt up. And then they gave him the franchise belt, which is what I call the French fries belt. The franchise belt, to me, is a duck belt. When you don't want to fight your mandatory, you give up the belt, and then the WBC would give you another one, i.e. Canelo Alvarez. Jamal Charlo was his mandatory. He refused to fight Jamal Charlo because I think when he fight Jamal Charlo, that's going to be the end of his ass. You know what I mean? And I like Canelo, but I love Jamal Charlo. I like both of them, and Jamal just want to fight. But, if Canelo don't want to fight him, they can't make him fight him. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. So Devin Haney was telling Max Kellerman, look, that's how I got the WBC belt. So he fought, it was vacant because, Lomachenko didn't want to fight him. So Max Kellerman was saying that, hey, look, well, Teofimo Lopez, he has all of the belts. He's doing this, he's doing that. And, when are you guys going to be able to get together? And Devin Haney corrected him. He said, listen, he does not have all of the belts. He is not Undisputed Champion. He has a WBA, WBO, IBL, and he has the franchise belt in the WBC. He said the franchise belt, he said, I am the real champion with the WBC. He is the WBC Lightweight Champion. He said, I'm the real champion. That's the belt that Lomachenko vacated, and he fought for it. And Devin Haney is right. He says, I am the real champion. He say that Teofimo has a franchise belt, WBC franchise belt, which is what I call the French fries belt. So you can't have a franchise belt and say you're undisputed, say you have all of the belts. And Devin Haney told Max Kellerman, right, that's not true. He doesn't have all of the belts. You know what I mean? He has 3 of the belts. He has a franchise belt. And then Devin Haney also said that a franchise belt is a belt that they give you when you want to duck your opponent. That's a duck belt. And I agree with that, i.e. Canelo Alvarez, Suleiman, which is the president of the WBC, gave Canelo Alvarez, elevated him to the franchise champion when Jamal Charlo was his mandatory. Canelo didn't want no Jamal Charlo smoke. None. He didn't want any Jamal Charlo smoke. And I love the Charlos. But he's fighting these other bums. He's fighting Rocky Fielding, and he has another guy. I'm going to do a video on that he's supposed to be fighting. He's not fighting the best. He's fighting a whole bunch of bums. You see what I'm saying? A whole bunch of, boxing is about matchups, matchmaking, right? So he's carefully picking low-risk fights, saying this guy's big. This is a big guy. This is a risk for me. It's not a risk for someone like Canelo. I mean, you fought Kovalev. I think Kovalev's 75 years old now. He's washed up. He has some business boxing anymore. And you fight Rocky Fielding and stuff like that. But that's neither here nor there. Devin Haney told Max Kellerman, correct, listen, man, he is the real WBC champion. That's it. There is no Teofimo has all of the belts, because he don't. He has 3 of them. And if he want to get this WBC belt, he's going to have to fight me. And now Devin Haney is in talks of trying to fight Teofimo Lopez. Now, it is yet to be seen if Teofimo is serious about fighting Devin Haney. I promise you, when Teofimo fight Devin Haney, he won't have to worry about Devin Haney performing like Lomachenko did, running for 6-7 rounds and then trying to fight a little bit in spurts. Devin Haney's not going to do that. Devin Haney's going to be there. He's going to be there. He's coming to fight. Now, I don't know if Devin Haney can beat Teofimo Lopez, because Teofimo Lopez is a very strong fighter, and that boy can crack. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know. But the only way we're going to find out, they're going to have to get in the ring together. And until they get in the ring together, everything else is just speculation. Me, I'm kind of, I don't know who I would favor in this fight yet. I got to do a little bit more research and see. I got to look at some more Devin Haney fights. I'm not going to lie. I haven't watched every fight that Devin Haney has had. But one thing I do know is styles make fights. And I do know that your level of competition will elevate your game. So some people, they don't look as good when they fight in lower competition, but when they fight higher competition, they raise their game up, i.e. Tyson Fury. When Tyson Fury fights a bum or fights someone that's really not that good, he plays around in the ring and yada, 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 yada. Kind of like what he did to Deontay Wilder in the first fight. But then when he realizes that this person is a threat and this person can fight and he fights higher competition, he comes to fight. You see what I'm saying? So Devin Haney, the Dream Haney, I want to see. I love this kid, man. I love him and Shakur Stevenson. I really want to see Devin Haney, man, and Teofimo Lopez fight. I'm kind of the betting odds is going to be with Teofimo Lopez. I know that because Teofimo can crack. The boy can box his ass off. He can hit. I love the boxing clinic that he put on against Lomachenko. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I might lean towards Teofimo against Devin Haney. I might lean towards it, you know what I mean? Or I might be 50-50, I don't know yet. I'm going to look at some more Devin Haney fights just to make sure. But other than that, guys, that's it. Tell me, what do you think? Who do you think that, who do you think is the real champion? Even though Devin Haney did clear that up, but the franchise belt is a franchise belt. It's not the WBC championship belt. It's not the WBC Lightweight Championship belt. It's a franchise belt. You see what I'm saying? What I call the French fries belt. So I like Devin Haney. I mean, Devin Haney made a real good argument in this, and I hope that we can get some of these big fights in the lightweight division with Tank Davis fighting Lomachenko, or if Tank Davis fighting Teofimo Lopez, or Tank Davis fighting Devin Haney, or whatever. You know, I want to see these guys fight. You understand? So other than that, that's it. Please like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel because we are trying to grow. We are trying to grow. Other than that, guys, that's it. This is our boy George Malachi Williams, representing for New Media Today USA. Peace.